Hello. Hello, Rising Man and Sullivan and Jan and QVQ3. Hello. So, first scheduled live stream in a long time. Do you have to continue? And I'm of course eating. Nice. Friday, just off work. Nice. It's a rabarberhorn. Coffee. It's really good. It has I don't know the English word for that. Rhabarber. Let's see.
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb. These. So it has these inside. Gives this yeah, I don't know, it's good taste. I like it. Together with sugar and some other stuff. Really nice, but that's not why you're here. But I have to get through this. But I'm also starting up Unity, or I am in a minute, or I was that. So I have actually done something off camera since last time. As you will see in a moment, I have got the basic old UI to work, because the plan was to get that to work and then redo it. I have already redone some of it, but now is the fun part of where I have to actually make it look different. And so that's what we're gonna do today, or start on today. And one of my first thing I need to find out, I think, is to figure out how I want the, at least in a, either the menu in game or the inventory. Because I like this idea of, as I showed you last time, and as I will show you in a moment when it starts up, the one I have in the main menu, where I have this top bar with these buttons or tabs you can switch between, and then we can have other in the other side. And for you it would of course be up here. It would be like start, blah blah blah, play, blah blah, and then if there are some sub pages on a page, like on settings, it could be out here, or it could be a sub line under this one up here. The thing is, I would also like to have similar approach with the inventory. We are getting into something I'm not that good at, and that's UI. So I can spend a lot of time fiddling with that, trying things out. But let's start. Let's just say hi and let me take a bite of this, and then we can take a look at how it looks right now in the current state. It's not at all like a croissant at all. And very, very different in taste. It's not like crisp in the top. Yeah, rabarber in Danish, and was it rhubarb or something like that in English? UI can't be that hard. Well, that depends on the quality you wanna achieve. Because no, it's easy to put in buttons and stuff like that. But if you want it to perform and you want it to be intuitive and you want it to be kind of a nice feeling to use, then it becomes hard. So this is the same as you saw last time. But for the ones who wasn't there last time, this is again work in progress. So this can change multiple times before you get your hands on it. But basically this is the new main menu. I kept, you can see this looks very much like before, this looks like before, this looks like before, but the menu is different. And then of course, eventually I will change these things so they work and look different and fit into the new look. But last time I hadn't made the in-game UI, but I have now. So let's try that. It looks very much like the old one. But I haven't spent time on the nice little details like hovering, click, sounds, animations, minor things like that. I basically just made it work. So you can see now the chat is working. Well, it's not working because I'm running in Unity, so it's not really working, but it's there, and I can access it here, type in stuff. The console works, and I have this here. I have already been using 3 or 5 different animations for this one. But for now it's like this, and you can also see now I can actually click it, and that's also a UI thing that it shouldn't be like that. Again, these things are not final, but it works now, so I can switch tools. I can change the time of day, and I can, I can hit tab, looks like it used to. I can spawn stuff, I can ignite stuff, I can outline stuff. But as you can, one thing that is annoying is that you can see this name criminals is over this pickup thing. So that UI I will change. I plan to at least make some changes. Instead of having, first of all, the detail about what you're looking at, the criminal's name in this case, needs to be further down, of course. But that pickup thing, I don't know, it is kind of cool that it's, hovering over the item. When I move around here, you can see, oh, this is the item I can move. But on the other hand, it will also be nice if the crosshair was maybe changing the icon, and the pickup thing was, listed nicely next to the name. So we didn't have this, can see UI over some other UI, because that it looks weird. But anyway, that stuff I'm also gonna look into. But you can see it works. There's no sounds right now, but that's on purpose. There's almost no sounds in the editor because it's to make it faster to start up. I don't load the sounds because usually that's not what I'm testing anyway. So it works, and we have the menu here, more or less as it was before. So that's all good. So either I'm gonna look at the UI of this or this. I think I will, because my concern is that, go out here, because how should the menu look, the in-game menu? So let's find it here so we can see it looks like this now. But because if the thing is when doing stuff like this is that you want to have some kind of consistency in the UI. So to some extent, so UI should be recognizable for what the UI is. Maybe we should actually let's do some research. Let's do some research. Let's try that. Let's do some research. Let's try and start up different games that I have and then see how they do it. And right now I'm starting up Rust just for the fun of it. Oh, hello. Why didn't it say anything? Thank you, MC Dev. A long time viewer. Yeah, I am actually working on. There was the donation to us. Hello, everyone. Hello, and thank you for the donation. I am actually working on multiplayer, and it is working, but it's not done. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't work yet. So yeah, I am working on that, but yeah, for it to be final and nice, I think 1 more year is actually needed. But let's see what happens. Because maybe you don't have to wait a year before you can play it, maybe. But let's see. So this is how they do the menu, and I could do this too. I don't know why, but I just like this top bar thing. This is kind of yeah. But anyway, let's try and go into a. I don't play Rust that much. Low pop. I don't know. Join server. Yeah, join server. Just want to see how it looks, how the menu in game looks. But yeah, there has already been a public alpha test where people could try that version of the game, the multiplayer. But after that, I have done a lot of things, and now you have characters and stuff like that. I mean, it's going to be interesting trying to get the firework show menu to work with fireworks mania multiplayer, between among this. Yeah, the blueprint stuff is the most. Oh, am I Q? Okay. I'll just say one. I think the blueprint stuff. I just need to get in some game. Can you please? The blueprint, I think I will have to some extent limit it to only be the host that can do it. But that's also actually blueprints are exactly a good example of what will be very difficult, not necessarily technically, but to figure out a way to make it work so it makes sense. Because if everybody can just spawn blueprints like mad, it's yeah. Maybe have some limits to only maximum 20 or 50, but it might also be a host setting to say allow players to load blueprints. Yes or no, and then they can do it, because technically all the blueprint stuff, the blueprints loading is doing is just figuring out what fireworks it is, loading it up and spawning it at a specific location, and that should work in theory from a client to a host, so a client can do it. But let's see. But for now, that exactly blueprints are disabled. The buttons are moved for now, because it's not essential for the multiplayer part. And the reason the UI is essential is that I need to update the UI because I need to have room for a lot more information, a lot of more features and settings, and just, you know, starting a game, for instance, is no longer as simple as it is as you saw before in the UI, because really when you're hosting, there might be, at least there should be some more UI elements like name of server, amount of players, maybe password protected, and then a bunch of settings like, you know, that you might want to set up before joining the server, or before hosting the server. So, and that's why the UI is important to get updated now, and also because I'm tired of looking at it, because it's been like this for a long time. So, okay. I got kicked. Oh, but Jesus. Okay. How do I play this game? Come on, official servers. I want to play on a EU server. Come on. EU, boom, vanilla. Come. This one. EU small. Yes, come. Custom map. But of course, server list is also a thing, because originally it was my idea that the game would be just like, you know, you host a game, your friends join via code, and that's it. But already in the alpha, I can see that there is a demand to have kind of a server list, so that you can just join random people. That also means that strangers can come into your server. But so there need to be a way for people to allow that, or disallow, avoid that happening, which adds another thing on top of it. But it also gives some options to play with people you don't know, because not everybody are idiots. So you could actually have a nice game playing with strangers. So I think I will also add some kind of server list that you can, if your server is not private, will show up on, so people can join it. That's also why the UI needs to be updated, so I can build something like that. Rust have to pay 20 cents now. Okay, is it just me? Please help me. Why can't I freaking join a server? I just want to get into a game. Can I play solo? Can I play It's official servers. Please just let me in. Show empty. No, there's no empty. Show full. No. What is this? Europe. Come on. Boom. Come on. EU. Refresh. Don't we agree that this has 91 players out of 200? Why can't I just get in then? I just want to see the UI, the freaking UI, man. Come on. Yeah, exactly, Sullivan. There will, and that's why we need some new UI, because there will be a lot of host options that you can enable, disable, and settings, like lock certain fireworks and increase or decrease the time that between people spawn, and maybe set a cap on how much different stuff a player can spawn, and then have players have a possibility to clear all their fireworks and not everybody's firework. So yeah. So nah, I don't think it's a restart, because I was queued up before. So it is working. I don't know why I'm being kicked. It was some VPN stuff. Disallowed VPN proxy service. I'm not joining via some proxy. Okay. Okay. What? I was just doing some research for some UI stuff. I just wanted to see how the inventory, how the menu was looking inside the game and stuff like that. But apparently, I'm not allowed to join. I'm from EU. I'm not joining via some VPN or anything. So the pyrotechnic part of the game is fully developed. Yes and no. It works. But it can be better. And but a lot of the stuff I know how to do better. There is one big thing that I haven't figured out yet, and are in a dialogue with Unity, I hope, to fix or figure out how to fix. And without being too technical, it's basically so we can play on the normal servers where things can explode and stuff like that. Because that's not possible right now. Right now, all the destructible things is not synced, and But whitelist Konako, it's a official server, so there was no Anyway, so inventory here. Okay, so they have kind of. Okay, so they have top tabs here, and they have some kind of inventory. But okay, so this this is what I was after. So basically, they're actually showing the. Oh, I never thought about that. Oh. And now I was kicked. But okay, so it's like the menu, the main menu is actually the same menu when you hit escape. Okay, I never thought about that. But that opens up for some other issues. And maybe not. Okay, I never actually thought about that. I don't know if you saw that, but when I hit escape, the main menu came up in front of the game. There was no other menu in the game. It was the same menu. But I don't think that will work for Fireworks Mania because we need to, I don't know how you set up stuff. You don't, because everything is set up on the server. Because clearly you are not hosting a server yourself here. Like, in Fireworks Mania. So you're not managing the host from inside the game. It looks like. That's different in Fireworks. Let's try. Oh, I don't have that. Let's just look at Teardown, just for the fun of it. I'm just trying to get some inspiration from some UI. I don't use VPN. I don't know why it says that. So, again, I'm just researching UI here. Okay, so this is pretty basic. say they have a, okay, so they have a, whoops. So they have a different menu. And this is kind of the style that Fireworks MANIA have right now. Because we could also make the menu, the in-game menu could also be similar looking to, let's go out to the game again. It could be similar looking to the main menu. Let's see. This one. So, but it doesn't make sense. It's if you hit escape in a game, you would expect the menu to be here. Or what is X in teardown? I didn't try that. Yeah, what am I trying to figure out? I'm trying to figure out how I want the main menu, the menu in the game to look. So like when you're in the game and you're hitting escape, how should that look? Because I could just leave it like this, but it's, maybe I should leave this and then look at the inventory instead, because that might be more interesting, because I need to redo that a lot with the new tab system, and I also want it to be full screen. So maybe we should look into that anyway instead. That might be wiser, because I don't know how to fix the other one. Designing the inventory menu now. Yeah, I think I will look into that, but it's not gonna be full design. But I need to redo it, because right now it's working with my own tab group and buttons and blah 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 blah. And the new UI system I'm using have built-in tab support, so I will use that instead. So I have to redo this to remake this. But one thing that I want to do is that I actually want the new inventory to take up more space. But not like this. It's just like the new inventory system needs to contain a lot more stuff than just the inventory. It also needs to have a tab for customizing your character, maybe switching character. There need to be a tab for the host for settings, and potentially some more, like list of players or something like that. I think that would be nice to have that all inside the tab menu. It's not going to look like, I'm more thinking, if you think about this menu here, something like that, but in the inventory, with tabs up here like that. Maybe we could start out trying with that actually. Yeah, sorry it's a little confusing. Again, as we talked about last time, I should maybe be streaming when I know exactly what I'm doing. But I'm not. And sometimes you guys have some good ideas. But I'm aware that it's pretty hard to convey or chat how to make something look. The inventory is really broken. No, it should be working fine. It just doesn't look that good. So if I just remove that. Because it's way too big, The thing is that this UI, the original UI, was built for containing a lot less items than it does now when we have workshop stuff. I'm also thinking of combining, you know, instead of calling it fireworks and workshop, I will just call this tab maybe inventory, and then have another one for blueprints, another one for character, another one for server playlist, something like that. Yeah, and also custom tabs, so like modders can register something to get their own tab in here. Yeah, that's right, Konako. So like for instance, for the beta graphics mod, Konako could register a tab in the mod that would then show up in here. Yeah, exactly, the Gamer 21. Failing is also, you know, moving forward basically, because then you know what not to do. How about tabs at the top for fireworks, mods, playlist, and host options? Only shows up for the host, obviously. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's exactly something like that. And then UI wise, I would build it like so it looks more like the main menu tabs. But we can try that. And then also I will scale down. Right now, as I was saying before, this is built to contain much less items than it have now, and the font is very big, and so I think I might scale everything down a bit so there's a bit more room, and it doesn't feel that yeah, I don't know. But then again, I also have to be careful, because if I want this to be played on a Steam Deck or potentially a Switch or something like that, it can't be too small. But let's worry about that another time. Let's try and do something here in the UI, and let's see if I can be a UI magician. So let's take a look here at the main menu. No, not that menu. This menu here. So we have tab menu, this one. So we can do it next to this one. This is the view. Let's see. So that's this one, and then here we have the frame, vertical group, tabs. Okay. So here we have tabs, and there. How is this not? Oh, I just have to hide. Okay. So let's try and do something like this. So let's say tabs again, because I rather want to use the tab system in Doozy UI instead of using my own. So we have that. Okay. So labor group. Oh, okay. It needs to be on. It needs to be on this level there. We have the O1 here. Let's remove that, and we have the dark background coming in there. And then the inventory, and we have tabs. Sorry, I'm talking a little to myself. You just follow along and see what happens. Yeah, and also the inventory, I'm also planning on changing it UI-wise so that you have more information about the item you're clicking. So when you click it, it might give them some more clicks, but I will do something so you can still use it fast. But I'm thinking about having, okay, maybe I should do some drawing here. That's me testing, that's just one down. Oh, I had one there. Didn't I have something here? Yes. Okay. So, but that's not good. Yes. Okay. So let's do like this. So we have the screen here, and then we have tab called inventory. I'll use inventory, right? And then we have some more tabs here. But the inventory, somehow it would be nice if we could, of course they need to be either out here, either some buttons out here as we have today with subcategories, or it could be sub tabs like this, or we could have some again in the top here, but there could be some kind of filter options, maybe something like that. Or we could have in the side here, we could have kind of a checkbox for, you know, cake, rocket, blah 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 blah, and then you check off what you want to see. So you are kind of limiting it down because the items over here is growing a lot. So you could have some kind of filtering options out here. And I know I talked with the Doozy guys that built the UI system I'm using now, and they are actually coming soon with a package that sounds like it's supposed to be used for a shop or an inventory. So I might get some filtering, searching, blah 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 for free. So there could also be kind of a search box up here. Search, blah blah blah. Anyway, so then remember now in the new UI, the entire screen would be, is it better like this? The entire screen is used. We don't have that space outside, so we have more real estate on the screen. So I'm thinking about some line here, and then of course we have the items in here, something like that. Or it could be a, yeah, I think that makes more sense to have something like that. So when you then select one of them, you could get a we can show of course the same picture as you have here, but we don't really need that because it's already shown here. But we could have it here, maybe the same icon as we have here, as we know today. But besides that, we could have the name, but you also have that over here, so that might not be needed either. You could have, but what I want to go at is actually not in the top here, it's the description down here. We could add some kind of description to each firework, optionally of course. But for instance, Amnesty knows a lot about how his cakes are working, you know, what size and how long they take, blah blah blah. He could write that here in text or say something about that firework. And you could also have author here, so we could have Amnesty. Whoops. Okay. Author, we could have tags, something like that, like cake, whatever, 4-inch, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, author, last updated if it's a mod and stuff like that. You could have a lot of more information over here about the stuff you're pressing, and that would be very useful. And also that information can then be used in the game too, because right now it's hard to see where some fireworks are coming from. Like, is this from this mod, or what mod is it actually coming from? So that could be saved on the fireworks now too. We don't do that. I don't do that today, but I could. And that just gives the option to have much more information about each individual fireworks over here. And then there could be, of course, either you could double click it maybe, and then just get right into the spawning menu that we have today. But there could also be some kind of, you know, favorite button or something like that, or whatever. so that you could kind of have your favorites that you could pick from. But there's a lot of options, but this is generally the UI I'm thinking about. But for now, I would just go with similar to what we have today, just with a different look, but with an inventory, and then just a button down over here with like rockets, cake, blah 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 blah, spatial, blah blah, for now. So yeah, that's just my So to assume it could be fuse time using fuse maybe brand. Yeah, brand, creator, or whatever. I don't want to specify what fields you should use. I want to do it fairly general. So it would just be a text field, and then, you know, some people will add a lot. Some people would say, I made this as my first cake in the game, blah blah blah, something like that. And others would put in who produced this in real life, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Yeah, and I also have thought about tags, because we could do some kind of comma separate list of tags that I could combine over here. But yeah, that's more technical stuff. But let's try and build. We can't build all of this today, but I can maybe build a new version of this, maybe. Let's see. Where you could make your own firework. Yeah, I have some ideas for generating or making your own fireworks in the game, but it's in the future. But I actually have some ideas. Of course, you will never be able to do it as detailed and as custom as a mod, but you would be able to. I would hope to be able to. You could build some kind of unique stuff anyway, but that's far in the future. There's a lot more stuff going on before that. Anyway, let me not confuse myself more than I need to. Okay, so this is a toggle group. Oh, I can actually. Isn't that here? Tab layout. Yes. So you see here. So could go with expanding. No, yeah. No. This one. So let's see here. So we have this one. Yes. Okay. So inventory. Blah 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 blah. So like that. So that's kind of the inventory. Top left. This actually don't contain anything. The size. No. Some values are driven by size. No, that's this one. Okay. Anyway. So I think we had the height at 60, and then we have this one at 60. Wait a second. Okay, 60. So like that. And then I need to build some new tabs here. And I could use just a second. Mania's back. Making you have a checkbox for both show base game. Yeah, exactly. That could be part of the filtering amnesty, because I'm thinking that I don't know, what do you guys feel? What do you think about that combined fireworks inventory? Because originally I did it so it was clear to people what was the built-in fireworks and what was the workshop fireworks, in an attempt to try and avoid getting support tickets on workshop fireworks that I don't control. If that worked, I don't know, but it was kind of to separate it out. But really, as a player, you don't really care, I guess. And most people see, I think some players see the fireworks just as a part of the game, and they just sub the things, I don't know. And with the new UI, where I plan to have this thing in the side where you can see more details about the fireworks you clicked, then that problem is kind of solved, because I can put in there information about if this is a built-in or a fireworks one. So yeah, it will free space. Yeah, it will be one less tab. And previously, the UI wasn't that big, so I needed to fill out the space with something, so an extra tab didn't hurt. But now, especially if I add the option for modders to add their own tab for their own mods, then we can suddenly have many tabs in there. And yeah, so yeah, I think that one single tab would just an inventory make sense. So let's see here. So we have the main menu tab. So let's remove everything here, and then we have the background. We don't want that, and we don't want that. And then I can do tab, and content. Actually, don't have that many. But anyway, so this is the main menu. But now it looks like the main menu. I don't know if that's, people get confused about that. And really, I need some localization stuff on this too. It's not added to this prefab, but I will do that later. It's not that important yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to make it look. So we have inventory. So let's assume that the inventory is a combination of both in-game and modded fireworks. Then we of course have the blueprint tab, and we need player tab. We need something for the, but I don't know if the thing is, you can change the character in the game, but it's not like it's so customizable that you can pick a hat or gloves or whatever. It's just a full character you change. So do we need a full UI for that? Yeah, to keep it simple maybe. Making the area to take up more of the screen when you have it open. The idea is then in the new one that it should take up the entire screen. Actually, let me just plug in something here. Blueprints, just to have something, and then we can try and start the game to see how it looks. Character, customize, custom. customize or something like that. So that would be where you pick your character. Server info. Let's just put in stuff. Host, which would obviously only be a host settings. Is that too long? Maybe too much. Host, server or host could also be. For the host, it would show server settings, and for players, it would show, server settings that you can't change, and a player list. So we could actually just call it server, really. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing what I didn't even show you what I did, but let's just try it out. I know nothing works, but sometimes it's just nice to get in and feel how it, Let's see here. I think it would be helpful to filter by color and so on. Yeah. But that would be once I get the thing is that a filter system and this entire search and indexing and filtering of the items, I won't look into that until I've seen what Douce UI comes with, because maybe I can get something out of the box from them, so I don't have to reinvent the wheel. But I'm pretty sure that they would do it. If they do it, it would be dynamic, so I can just add things. Of course, I don't want to add too much, but then I can add some more option that developers or mod creators can set on the definitions, so they can go in and say, okay, this is red and this is, and now I could see somebody was joining, and I guess it's gonna go, yeah, I knew it. I could hear it. But so the one somebody asked before if multiplayer was working, and you can see here it does. Or at least this is how it works now, you could say. And you can see we have third person view, and we have some kind of totally overview thingy. And we have characters, we can change characters. Now we're going for a police team. We have head, up and down. So let's take a look at how the inventory could look. Let me just network. Oops. I actually like the look of this, to be honest. It might be a little big, I don't know why it's so big, but we can change that, that's no problem. Okay. Yeah, huge delay on the stream, but that's the stream. Yeah, but Amnesty, about the filtering on color, that would be, it would not be something generated. I would say it'd have to be the modders setting, this one is blue and yellow, or whatever color it is, white and red. It's not something that the game can figure out. It would be something that you as the creator of the cake or whatever it is sets up. So toggle group, first toggle is this one, and this one have this toggle group, fern, and then containers, and then we need to give these some names, blah 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 blah. Inventory. Let's maybe I just keep these now, but I'm not really gonna do anything about them because yeah. So this one, this one, this one, because only the first one will have anything really. And this one have auto select here, you have to show. Okay, so inside the we need this one. We need the where is the name thingy? Why doesn't it have a? Is it just me? Okay, anyway. Tab content. Oh. So now we have the inventory. So let's go down and take a look at the. Where do we have? We have it here. No. Where do we have the inventory logic? Fireworks. So let's take this one and let's take this one here. So fill that one out. Yeah, and here we have tabs again. Let's just try just for the fun of it. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, MSD, but and not everybody will fill out this information. So you will do it if you update the mod or something like that. I guess. But we will have to do it like that, because how should the game... Of course the game can go in and analyze the different particle effects, but you know, what if it's a gradient or something like that? What color is the most predominant? And it's impossible to... It won't work. Oops. Okay, there's something... Why is it covered with this black thing? So the dark is here and it's... Alright, sorting. Alpha. Yeah, it's not blah, 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 Yeah, exactly. Don't make it look like the menu. Exactly, because you would get confused, and that's what I mean by what I said before, that the UI should kind of be, it should be recognizable, so you can from the UI tell where you are. Where if the inventory have the exact same buttons, top tabs are fine, I guess. It's the look of them that is the problem. And I totally agree. Right now, just use the same just for. Why is it dark out here? Oh, is it because they are disabled or what? Is that why? No. It's okay. Did I mess something up? No, it should work. Selected. Why is it so dark? Point clicker. Okay, anyway, I'll do it another way. But yeah, I totally agree. It shouldn't look like the same. I also think there should be a border. Yeah, so you don't want to go all the way out to the edge. It's just like my thought was that why not? Because that last 10% you get around the edge, you don't really have any benefits from that, I guess. So what can we do? So let's say we do like 25, something like that. You're not really gaining anything from that, I think, because that border, you're not seeing that anyway. But anyway, let me see something here. It's in front of that, so that's fine. Okay, let's try and remove that, and then let's try and go with some of these built-in tab layouts, because basically what we want is, for now at least, is a tab system like this. So we have this, we have the tabs, we have the content, background, wait with you, and then we have why is that not showing up correctly? Okay, that's for sure not working here. Again, they're not gonna look the same. I'm just reusing the same right now. But we could also, of course, just go with the default ones just to, but it will look weird. So not gonna work. Okay, I might have to. I need to use these now. So we have these tabs here. We have them. Are they already connected? They are already connected. So in here we should have kind of a. So if that's. But where is it? I'm missing that. I have a component controller thing that populates these, but I can't find it. Where is it? It should be in the view here. Or here. Yeah, sorry for just talking with myself. That's the tab. Inventory page manager, which is not a good name. And then we have that. Oh, that combination. Okay, there's a lot of logic to actually populate this. Yeah, Racing Man. Actually, that's a good point. It could also eventually be a thing because so instead of calling it player, it could be called something like customize or something like that, where you could change the player could be one thing, but changing the visual of the LiDAR could be another thing. It's not possible, of course, now, but thinking ahead, what should be possible with the UI should make options for that. But that's the thing about this new UI. The way I'm trying to build it is that it should be fairly easy to add new stuff, where in the current one it's pretty hard for me to add and change stuff, and that's also why it's it's needed. But you could say in a mod, of course, if I had, when hopefully I add public LiDAR customization support, it could go into that customization tab. But for what could be possible if I add the option to add new tabs here, it would be possible for Konako to make his own tab for his LiDAR mod to be able to pick the different LiDARs. So maybe it's not needed if you could do it like that, but yeah. There's option more stuff. But I'm interested in I don't know what I'm interested in a lot of stuff. I just wanna figure out what is smartest. Because what I can see now is that I have to redo. I have to make some new inventories, some new change them, I can update them. I think this is the one loading everything. It should really not become managing control. Yes, custom tabs. But I'm not adding that right now. Oh, you could. Oh. Yes, and there's no exactly. So this one would be. Let's see. One inventory. Okay, so this one is the one. But let's rename that because I'm changing the way I'm naming stuff. So managers are kind of singletons. So I'd rather have something called inventory UI controller. I'm just starting to use names like that. And you don't really have to care. So that needs to be renamed. Let's see if it's first. That's okay. So it was just in housekeeping, cleaning up. So we have some standard names. This one is gonna be marked as obsolete, so I don't remember. Don't forget. So I don't forget to remove that, because that tab button is my own thing and we don't need that anymore because Do's UI have its own UI tab that I would rather use. And same goes for this one. So it's instead of just, because if I just delete these, yeah, the game will break. So one way of working is to mark stuff as obsolete when you don't want to use it in the future. So I should see, like here, this component has been marked as obsolete. So I will see it, once I run into it, you can also see it here. So it's just a little developer tip that 1% of you are interested in, but I'm saying it anyway. We could also, because we need to design some buttons, but it's just like it can be, I'm not good at that. But okay, but let's try. So this is the inventory. So let's do so let's see here. Let's select this one, UI containers. Is that really is that under the containers layout? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So let's call that what do we call that? Because inventory is no longer really the name for this UI, right? Inventory is only one of the tabs. Do you have another name for this UI we are building now? When you're hitting tab, the UI that will be expanded to be inventory, blueprints, player customization, server settings, server whatever, player list, blah blah blah. All that I plan to have in that one. So you hit tab and then you can switch between the tabs. I used to refer that as the inventory, as you can see here. That was the name of this. But that's not really correct anymore, right? Because inventory is just the first tab. So do we have a better name for this? What are they calling this in other games? At least we'll just keep it like that for now. So it would be inventory tab. And then we take that down here, and then we have a inventory tab. And then we can start doing stuff. Because what do we want to have? So we might want to have... So first of all, we want it to be a little smaller, but that's not... Can we control that there? Nope. Can't. He needs to change the font to this one, and we need it to be white. Had it forced uppercase before. We might have to auto size the text to be kind of minimum 14 maximize. 32, something like that. I don't know what color we should do. Let's do something like that for now. So that's a tab for now. It looks like crap. But then I could add something so when you hover it gets a little, change the color, or gets a little line out here or something like that. This actually looks very bad. It's just like if it's the same color, then it becomes very it's not, no. It's not an inventory tab, sorry. Yeah, it is actually an inventory tab. Okay, now it gets confusing. Inventory type. Inventory item type tab. Jesus Christ. Because it's actually, in our case, for now at least, it's showing rockets, cakes, blah 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 down. So we have fireworks. So we have this top features. So we have featured. Boom. We have, then we need rockets, cakes, firecrackers, smoke, novelties, tubes, fountains, props. Yeah, I feel like I'm building the same thing again now, but I kind of have to do this to or do I? Hello. I kind of have to build this thing and make that work to, yeah, okay, I have to make the inventory work where I have the tabs out there and the selecting thing, and then I have to rewrite that inventory controller logic, because I need to add logic to that so I can click, yeah, I can click an item and then have the details show to the right, something like that. I think I have to do it. I'm just considering if I'm wasting my time now, because yeah, but I no, I have to do it like this, because that other thing, I'm waiting on them and I can just sit and wait for that. I have to proceed and then go back and change this. Oops. Fountains. So that, and then props. Let's see. Boom. That. And then we actually need to have a container for each. And that would be a inventory item type container. container, tab container. So like that. Oops, like that. And inside that we need to have be a special, we forget about that. And then let's just take rocket, and we have a scroll view inventory. Okay. So we can do something like this, and then we can put in, that needs to go inside this one. Yes. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine for now. So we have that. We can't do that. We container featured rocket, cakes, firecracker smokes, novelties, tubes, fountains, props. I will at some point make this more I will make this more dynamic, so I don't have to. It's not really good having to create all of these manually every time. So I would rather have some kind of scriptable objects I can create an instance of, and then I can just generate this dynamically. That will be much smarter. But it can also be a little waste of time if you don't know where you're going. But and when we have that maybe upcoming system that I will use from Doozy, these tabs might not be here. It might be based on something completely different anyway. So I'm also not gonna spend too much time on it. Because right now, yes, it takes time, but it takes even more time if I need to build up a system that generates it dynamically and stuff like that. So right now it's just to test it out. So now we have these containers, and then we need to have that. Where was that in the fireworks? Something inventory UI controller. So it's up on this. So it's actually on the pages and the content of it's actually on this one, really, which is a little special. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see. Where was it here? So if I copy this, and then take it to this one, and then we put it in here, and then we drag it up so we can see what we are doing. I'm not really a fan of this. But it is the content tab. Okay. Anyway, so inventory type default, yes. Followed by message, we don't have that. Here it comes. So, okay. Tab button. So this is where I right now partly dynamically. Yes, my son is not very interested in the game. Not anymore. So I need to check this, because this is where I set up the type, and then the button, and then the container. Okay, let me see. So inventory slot button. entity type grid combination. So it's these ones here. So tab button. What do we do? You can see that deprecated obsolete thing again. Let me see, what do I need to do? Okay, I just use that to set it to active. So we could just make this a game object really, because it's only being used to be set as the active one, so that's fine. And a container, what is that used for? It used for blah, 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 blah. So now we are coding. So it's traversing that, blah, 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 blah. So that could really also just be, it could be a transform. And really this one could be too, without any problems, I think. But we could also, let's see, because that active, and we should really yeah, okay, let's see here, grid layout, blah blah blah, and there's a grid layout. That's just a transform. That's just a transform. Okay. Okay. Maybe we should be more specific. So let's say we take a UI tab and a UI container. So UI tab. I don't know if you have any idea what I'm doing, but I'm basically rewriting that logic that takes, you know, like a rocket and put it into the rocket sub inventory, cake sub inventory, blah blah blah. That's hooked up in that in this entity type grid combination. So it tells that. So let's see, our UI contain. So basically it says, okay, this type, which is like a, you know, a rocket, needs to is connected to the rocket button and the rocket container, so it can populate it from that. And now when we build, it will break because it expects a different type here, and the layout group we changed to a UI container. And let's see, and we need to change this to a UI container like that. Why is that important? It's important because it's using this one. That's fine, but it's not really code. It's okay. Wait. It's not really the UI container. It's the layout grid. It's actually the scroll view, and I think, is it all the way? Yeah, okay. It's the layout grid group, and that's the one that takes in the image. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm losing you. So let's reverse back. We don't really want that. We want a layout group. That's correct. So let's try again. Okay. Yeah, I'm rewriting my script because I'm now not using the same. Can we get a comment mine tab 2? Yeah, and the thing is, I was thinking of how could we make. The problem is that I want to make, because people are asking, could we get spinners and blah blah? Can we get all these kind of tabs? What is kind of annoying to me is that these are hard coded. I would like it to be more dynamic, right? You can see, first of all, you can see this, it's very hard coded now because I have a tab for each type. And the beauty of that is that it's predictable, and you know, things are getting into the right areas. But it's also a little stupid that I have to add these things, because if Amnesty wants a comment tab for his stuff or whatever, then or mine's, then why can't he add it? The problem is that Amnesty might say mines in one way, and a German person might put in the German version of the mines, and then the inventory can very quickly be completely whack. So I'm still staying with the I make the types in the inventory, but yeah, I would really like it to be a little different. And but that's where we get back to that. When I get this new system, hopefully where we can use a little more filtering and stuff like that, then maybe we can maybe a little skip this, because we could maybe use something tags instead to some extent. I'm not really sure if it would fly or if it would be too complicated, not to do but to use, and it would clutter up the inventory. I don't know. But I hear you, MSD. We need some way of having more stuff. But with that filtering, it could maybe be, because if we get that filtering system, people's way into finding whatever fireworks they want will be different. Right now, you will click inventory, rockets, if you want to find a rocket. But people could maybe get in and say, I want something that is red, or something created by Amnesty, for instance, or search for snake or mine in some search field or something like that. So the way to find the fireworks might change a lot if that system from Doozy works as I think and hope it will. Again, the inventory right now is built for much less items than we have in the game with mods. Yeah. Anyway, so we go back to this one. So here is where I combine. You can see here. You can see here we have. Okay, maybe I should also have content. So for the, if you can see it, but for the featured one, which we're not using that often, we miss a button and we miss a container. So feature-wise, we can take this one over here, hopefully, and then we can go down to the featured content and then take the content object here, and then we have that combined. Let's just try and do it with rockets so that we can see something working. Container, and then we need to go down to the rockets container and do this. So it's a little much work, but yeah. And here I decide if it's a default of our workshop inventory. Maybe I should just remove that, so just get everything in. Let me take a look here. Can I change that easily? Inventory type. Let's see, how am I using it? Okay, we can just, okay. Let's just add one here called, again, just for now, just to make it work. So the default is still default. And we have also, we do like this, and then we say, is mod entity. So if it is a mod entity, false. Should we change that? You know what? We do like this. That's the easiest one right now. So now that doesn't matter. It just takes in, just takes in everything. So anyway, let's try and see how that works. I've only set up rockets now. So maybe cakes also, because cakes is, we have a lot. And then we gotta get a mod that, and then we have this one, and cakes, and this, and this, and this, and this. And then we go in here, and then we say there is somewhere where we use that tab thing. It shouldn't use that activate. Have at least one children. We can say UI tab button. We can say if have at least one children. So if the button have at least one children, we need to enable it. Oops. We want to show it, so like the feature won't be shown. And I guess we can, isn't there a UI tab show set state select, no, not select, there's no hide. Wait a second. Is it? It's a toggle. Shouldn't toggle have kind of an on-off thing? Enable, disable, on. How do I show hide that? That shouldn't be that difficult. Hello. Not selected state. I want the. I want the color. I just want to set this. No. Just want to set this UI toggle to hide, hidden, and many of these are Unity is on. That's it is on. But that's the toggle if it's on or off. Is toggle. True if the toggle is on, false otherwise selected. Thank you for the donation, Marvin. Yeah, thank you. It should come in a moment. You will see it. Why can't I? Okay, let's try this is on thingy. Blah blah blah. Is on. Boom. Okay, and then we just say okay, have at least children, so it should be on. Thank you for the donation. Super chat. Have at least one children. Celebrate his first super chat. Woohoo! Boom. Whoops. Why did I get it? Okay, I can't. Okay, now I can't check that. Okay, anyway, so have at least one children is on blah 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 blah. Okay, fine. Let's try. Yeah, and about the 225 errors or warnings, it's some weird stuff happening in that started happening in the new version of Unity. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's see now, just to see if we have some kind of inventory going on. Make the inventory look like a Pyro online shop. I rather have the inventory be kind of simple in its look, to be honest. I like that simple style. But eventually it would be nice if we could build kind of an in-game shop as just as a fun play thing. Wait a second. topic, tab visibility. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. It's because I know why. What? Yeah, okay. It's because it's crashed. Let's see here. So we also need to have some names on. Again, I will take these eventually from the localization thing as we have in the old one, but so we have featured, and we have rockets and cakes. Let's just for now just take these. And then the reason it was crashing was because these were missing. So let's take one at a time again. So let's do firecracker. Firecracker, and the grid for firecracker is down here. Firecracker, blah, blah, blah. And we have the novelties. Okay, so that's here. Just need to. Then we go here, and then we have the novelties there, and then we need the novelties content. Boom. And remember, I changed it so that both modded fireworks and built-in fireworks should get into the same boxes. So we need to go tubes here. I know this UI is very much like the old one, just different colors, but that's all I can do right now. And then I will make that look decent. And then when this new thing from Doozy comes, I will try and have a look at that so we can actually get it to be a little more fun or new, really. But it should come out pretty soon. So it will most likely be out before I'm done with any of this. So the So the prop tab and the container for the props, that's this one. Content, and then we have this one. Oh, smoke. So you see, you need to really be concentrated when you're doing this. Oh, and then I'm most likely screwed up anyway. Props. What was that? That was smoke. So that would be smoke. Maybe I should just lock that in. Anyway, now I'm need to scroll down. Now I'm done already. Oh, soon I am. Smoke bomb. Okay, that would be the same. Smoke bomb. Same category. And we have fountains. Oh, getting all cross-eyed by this. Fountains. And we go up here and we take fountains. Ah, damn it. Fountains like that, and then container. That. And the last one, specials. We didn't have that, so that's where Tim is and Carlson. Let's remove that for now. I could also just add it, but I'm just not gonna do that right now. So let's try again, because I think the reason it didn't work before, I think, okay, they're not connected. That's another thing. We need to connect them. So inventory, top and content, and that's wrong. It's the content down here, content tab. I might have to reconsider these names, but featured, so that is connected. Your top group. So all of them have this toggle group up here, so that's fine. So they have the same toggle group, but you can see the rocket all have the featured containers. So the rocket needs to have the rocket, cake needs to have the cakes, and firecracker needs to have the firecracker, smoke needs to have the smoke, novelties, tubes, fountains, and props. Boom. Who said UI was easy in the beginning? But really, this is the technical stuff. The hard part, for me at least, is to make it look and feel nice. Let's see what happens. Certain fireworks, and then team it in. Yeah, Nick, and eventually when the multiplayer is working and I've done a lot of other stuff, I would very much like to get into, at first maybe do my own mods to try out different mini games or challenges or whatever, and then if I figure something out that is very nice, people really enjoy, I could put it in as being a part of the game. But these mini games or challenges is what will make the game fun for a longer period of time, I think. Right now it's a very short play session game you play for fun while you wait on your friends to join a game or whatever, something like that. Some people of course play it a lot more than that, but the majority of people play it like a small 10, 15, 20 minutes. Maybe that will change when multiplayer gets out, but what will really kick this off is having yeah, that's fine. Is having some kind of mini games and challenges in the game. So like where it doesn't have anything, you need to earn money, do something, whatever. The thing is right now, and I have thought about it a little, but I haven't thought too much about it. But my challenge is to figure out some way of making money to buy stuff, not real money, but in-game money to buy stuff in a game to fire off, because then it becomes more impressive when you fire something big in front of your virtual house in the game. But the thing is, how should you make money? Because I would like, in other games it's always selling drugs or shooting people or something like that, but I really want to avoid that because that's not the DNA of this game. So I want to find some other way that includes fireworks, if possible, to make some money in a fun way and challenging way. Yeah, to have more fun in the game. But that's again, future. Let's see if the inventory works. So we're hitting tab, boom, and then okay, features, don't worry. Okay, this is just the default tab A. Okay, I didn't rename that. Okay, I forgot the firecrackers, but why they're so dark in here? There's something with the tab and the animations and coloring and stuff like that, but that's fine. So it works. So that's good. Let's try just for fun. Let's try and install some mods so we can see it show up in the same thing, just for the fun of it. Again, I know this doesn't look good, and it needs minor animations and sounds and zip, 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 zip. But we could also try the Teen Tunes just for the fun of it. So let's take Amnesty's pack here, and let's take just so you can see. I don't think I've shown that before, but we can take a look. We have Gangsters in Paradise. Guanaco most likely join. So isn't that your mod with? No, that's not the one. The custom characters I made. Let's take them in. Skaterboy Toon, he's pretty cool. Some iconic, isn't that where you have your special one? 17, like that. So now I took in some mods with some more characters and also some more fireworks. So let's see if the fireworks shows up in the inventory. Yeah, and as soon as Konako has mentioned, right now modders cannot work on gaming mods or game modes or something like that right now, because first of all, the mod tool needs to give more options, I think, but the majority of the biggest thing is that there's something called network variables and server and client RPCs that you really need for multiplayer to work, and that's not possible to call right now from a mod, and yeah, we need to figure out how to do that. So let's see, inventory. Okay, what? Okay, I think we have a problem. Let's see, there's something wrong here. Code sync. Okay. I think it's related to this inventory type thing. It didn't like combining the two. It couldn't be started because the game object container tubes is inactive. Give me a second. It shouldn't be. Why is that not? Tubes. Let's see. So featured rockets, cakes, firecrackers. Oh, we forgot that. That's not the problem, but we're gonna fix it anyway. Let me see. So features, rockets, cakes, firecrackers, smoke, novelties, tubes, fountains, drops. Okay. Maybe this is the problem. Let's try and forget about that. Oh, no. Why is the container inactive? It's not the container, it's the button here. But that is also interactable. Featured. It's on. Maybe we should just go with the original one. I'm not sure this is actually the problem, but let's go with it anyway. Yeah, but they shouldn't really, because they should get into the same. But let's take a look. I still have this, but this should not be enabled, so it shouldn't be. I could also just delete the old tab thingy. Let's try and do that also. So we don't really need it anymore. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Show and hide. It could very well be like that. Again, this filter option thing, and then have it like it remembers your last pick, so you don't have to do it every time you start a game. That should also be easy enough. Again, now UI is open, so stuff is happening. Again, I know it kind of looks like the same as before, but I'm getting into a state where I can do more stuff. So that's pretty nice. Except it's not working right now, but you know, work in progress. Come on. Should we have some more up-tempo hi-fi music? Oh, but I don't know why it's like I don't know why it's like I don't know if you can see it, but this is white and this is like, you know, faded out a little. But I will check that. I'll fix that. I'll figure it out. But anyway, it works. So we have cakes here. Boom. And these should have sounds because they are from mods. So I'm not removing that. I don't know if it's a little too big or too loud. Please add blur. Just a second. Okay, back again. Oh, there we have. Is it that Guanaco again? Okay, let me. The settings doesn't work here. Damn it. Let me just turn it down a bit here. Okay, wait a second. Just it's too loud. Ah. Let's do like this. But anyway, Bro not is not what I think. So it's is it may why is it it's like it's transparent or something like that. Yeah. Try and do it again so we can see it here. I can't write in the chat because I'm in editor mode. New mod leak. What? So you can see multiplayer kind of works. This little guy is also cute. Anyway, yeah, I need to go soon, but it's like it's transparent or something like that. Why is that? Can I actually do? So why is it that it's inventory? Alpha 1. Okay. Don't we agree that it looks kind of transparent? See, it is transparent. Oh! Missing Why does this look transparent? There's something wrong with this tab here. It's like the entire thing is transparent. Disabled. What tabs? What? Toggle group. Why is the toggle group disabled? Here it is, I think. Fade. What? Here we go. Why is that? Why was that set to something? Is that? So the alpha on the from 1 show. Is it this one? Okay, so that's why it looked weird. It was set to alpha something. Alpha 0.5 or something like that. Oh, the meteor. Yeah. Should you try that? Again, people, you are seeing very, very early on stuff. Try and take the meteor. Or should I? Where is it? Shouldn't it be here? Oh, it's in another pack, I guess. Yeah. So, Guanaco, you say sprite, the background, please add blur. What do you mean behind the? Oh, so behind here? Yeah. It's performance-wise, it's better to make this darker. So I could do something like this. Don't know if that makes sense. Let's try and see how that looks. And this line, of course, this white thing here looks bad. It's way too thick and too low quality. Yeah, but I could also some kind of camera effect on. I don't think I can in the UI. I think it's something like that. The blur is a little expensive. Okay. So just put that on. But if you imagine, it could even be darker than this. But now it stays. But anyway, forget about these lines here. That is way too thick. By the way, they should also be sorted alphabetically. I think that's a different thing. But yeah, blur could also work, but dark also work. Always performance. Yeah, and it's only on here while you have that on, so that also might make sense. But is it just a shader in? Is it just a shader you put on? Okay, default material. Okay, I can do that now. Okay, I have to stop here. So, firstly, okay, I have to go now. Dinner time. So I have to go. But anyway, yeah. We actually got something working. And we got a new UI. The UI is not looking perfect. But we need to start somewhere and take baby steps. And as I said, and this is why, you know, before you get your hands on this will change many times. So, enable the properties. Yeah, but not now, Gonago, because I need to shut down now. But I will fiddle a little more with this, and then let's see in the next live stream what I have done. Because yeah, it doesn't look good now, but it works, and now it's done in the new Doozy and in a new way. So, and it combines the fireworks, so that's also a new thing, which might be for the better. But yeah, the background needs to be more dark or have a blur on that overlay. Yeah, I'll look into that, see if I can figure it out. But see you, and thank you for joining, and see you in the next one. This was actually a 2 hour and 10 minute long live stream. Ooh. But anyway, stream is ending. See you in the next one. Have a nice weekend. Bye.